Today, This Morning launched Male Cancer Week with the help of Hollywood superstar Samuel L. Jackson's One for the Boys campaign.
Its aim is to encourage men to be more open and aware about their health. Yesterday, we saw the Hollywood A-lister visit a male cancer ward at the Royal Marsden Hospital in London alongside Phil.
Well, today sees both of us return to the world-famous hospital where we meet Brenda, whose husband tragically ignored the warning signs of cancer, and we meet Carl, who discovered a lump on his testicle at just 19.
I think I've got cancer.
What are you going to do?
What do I do? Get checked? Ignore it? I'm scared.
Yesterday, I joined Samuel L. Jackson at the Royal Marsden to meet current cancer patients and those in remission, including Mark, whose wife saved his life by nagging him. Her words, to get him to the doctors.
Well, I did nag.
But you did nag?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. So in this case, nagging was the good thing.
But sadly, Brenda and Eric's story doesn't have such a happy ending. Eric was a cricket professional at a public school, a keen sportsman. He played golf, football and skied. But in June 2001, he complained of constant stomach pains but wouldn't go to the doctors.
So there was about 8 months, wasn't there, when
You wouldn't do anything.
within that 8 months it must have been driving you mad.
Yes, because I kept thinking there is something wrong, you know, and I kept saying you should go and get it checked out.
Do you think he might have been worried about what they might find?
Probably.
We have all the time in the world.
As the pain continued, Brenda called on friends to help.
We were away on holiday for a friend's 50th birthday and he wasn't well on the holiday. And so we all insisted that he do something about it, because I've got very good friends that he does take notice of, and that was when he went and he had the x-ray and they said it was a duodenal ulcer.
Despite treatment for the ulcer, the pain continued, but Eric didn't go back for a further 6 months, at which time he was diagnosed with untreatable bowel cancer.
And when you found out how terribly serious it was, and that he had a limited amount of time left, you look back at that 8 months and think, I wish you'd done something then.
That's right, yes, yeah, I do.
Did you say that to him?
Yes, yeah.
And what did he say to you?
Didn't answer.
Eric came to the Royal Marsden and was made comfortable in the last few weeks of his life. And so grateful was Brenda that to honour Eric's memory, she now volunteers for the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity. And this story also has another silver lining.
Because there are other members of your family that have had an early diagnosis.
Yes, my cousin. He was diagnosed a month after Eric died. He had an operation straight away. He didn't even have to have chemo. Because he'd got there early, he was fine.
What would you say to other families, other men who are watching this?
They must get checked, not only for themselves, but for their families.
To make you feel my love.
Next is a brave man who cheeks Mr. Jackson about twittering.
So you following me?
No, I'll follow you if you follow me, though.
All right. Deal.
But it takes a braver man to take on cancer. 21-year-old Carl is such a man.
How did you start on this journey? What happened to you, Carl?
For me, well, I had testicular cancer. And I was on the phone to my girlfriend one day, and I got out the bath, and my left testicle was obscenely larger than the other one. And I thought to myself, that's not right. So I rolled my thumb around my left testicle and I felt the lump. And my mum said, look, go up to the doctors. I had an urgent referral, and I got told it was testicular cancer.
So how does it make a 19-year-old feel? Did you think, oh my God, I'm gonna die, or did you think, okay, I gotta get off?
Do you know what? It wasn't, am I gonna die? It was, I'm gonna get rid of you.
So you immediately set up the will to fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 weeks after I went to the doctors, I had it cut out of me. And it was
so you lost your left testicle?
Look, I lost my left testicle. Okay. They offered me a prosthetic testicle. And I thought to myself, no, I'm proud of what I've gone through. I'm not taking that.
Carl, a fanatical basketball player, had put the worst behind him. or so he thought, because a year later, during a routine check,
So you ended up being diagnosed with another cancer?
Yeah, it had spread to my lymph node. And I remember my first thought was, Jesus, I'm not going to get to see my little brother, my little sister grow up, because I thought I was going to die this time. And I went through 3 stages of chemotherapy, but before I'd done all my chemo, I'm a hairdresser, so I had my own set of clippers and I took my own hair off because I weren't losing it in clumps. But one of the worst days of my chemo was my 8-year-old little brother came into the ward and saw me with tubes and me attached to the machine, and I just remember my little brother bursting into tears, and I was really down, and I just said to myself, come on cancer, let's have it out, I'm gonna get you before you get me. And I did get it before it got me. And I finished my chemo, and then 2 weeks after that I had a scan. They told me my cancer cells were dead, but I had this lump which is between being cancerous and benign. And if I was to leave it over time, it could have flared up again. So I had it cut out. I've got a scar running from my chest to the bottom of my stomach. They took all my lymph nodes out, and the doctor said to me if he could use the word cured, he would. And then when I got better, I grabbed my basketball. That was the proudest moment when I had my basketball in my hands and walled up.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's the story.
at This Morning, we love a happy ending, and we want more of them. So over to you, Mr. Jackson.
Okay, final conclusion.
I would say that, like we've been saying all along, that early detection and, just coming in when something's wrong, or taking the information your body gives you and sharing it with someone, or listening to someone, or knowing that, doctors aren't to be feared, and there's no such thing as too much information. So if you feel something, get in there and get checked.
Absolutely, an amazing piece of advice from an extraordinary guy. And if you would like more information for further details of our Male Cancer Week or help on anything we've discussed, see our website, itv.com, and we'll point you in the right direction, and also towards Samuel's charity, which is all set up.
Now, around 300 children are admitted to A&E each year for alcohol-related problems. These worrying statistics raise the question, are parents doing